take him and put it outside where Uncle Willie thought we just let it go. That's another matter. Anyway, my grandmother died, my uncle died, and I went down to Stamps went down to Arkansas en route to Stamps. I stopped in Little Rock. I was met there by an American treasurer who just recently, some few years ago, died, Miss Daisy Bates, a great American. Miss Daisy Bates met me at the airport. She said, girl, I don't have to tell you she was black, right? She said, girl, I know you're en route to Stamps, but I talked to people in your office. You're staying overnight here in Little Rock. There's somebody dying to meet you, and I would like to bring them to your hotel tonight. So I said, yeah, it's okay. She brought about 40 people to the hotel. But she brought this black man who was all of that. Thank you. I said, how do you do? He said, oh, I don't want to shake your hand. I want to hug you. I said, I appreciate it. He said, now you're down here in Arkansas because Willie has died. I was so shocked. My Uncle Willie was so ashamed of being crippled, he wouldn't allow he wouldn't go to Louisville, Arkansas, which was 5 miles from Stamps and the county seat. This man in a 3-piece suit way up north in Little Rock said, you know, the state of Arkansas has lost a great man losing Willie. I asked him, Uncle Willie? He said, the United States has lost a great man losing Willie. I said, oh, W.M. Johnson. He said, I mean the world. So I said, will you please, excuse me, let me sit down. He said, because of your Uncle Willie, I'm who I am today. He made me love to learn. And he taught me my times table. I asked him, how did he do? He said, you could grab me, right? I said, now I know you're wondering who I am today. I said, yes, sir. He said, I'm mayor of Little Rock, Arkansas. One of the first blacks in the South. Willie. Black, poor, crippled, more so, born during the lynching years. This man was a rainbow in somebody's time. He said, now, when you come down in the morning, I have a convoy for you to look after you, to take you right on into Sam's. He said, I want you to stop in Louisville. There's a good old boy there. He's a lawyer. He'll look after your property. The next morning when I came down, I had to cry. When Bailey and I were taken to Stamps, the boys, as they were euphemistically called, would ride over into the black area, threaten, maim, and kill people because they didn't agree with the colors of the people's skin. And Bailey and I we helped my Uncle Willie to get down in the potato bin. And then we looked out the window, and there were these huge men on horseback with huge guns who would ride up in front of the store. And they just looked, it's too big to be real. Giants, ogres, if you will. The next morning when I came down in Little Rock from that hotel, there were 6 huge white men with big guns to look after me. Don't you see? Really, being a rainbow in my clouds, even then, dead. I went to each one of those policemen. I shook his hand and gave him a big kiss. I said, I want to thank you in the name of my Uncle Willie. I thank you in the name of my Uncle Willie. I got into the car that was driving me. We stopped in Louisville. This is a good time to tell you this. We stopped in Louisville. I expected an older black man with a little paunch and a watch with a fob and a chain. A young white man ran out of the office. He said, Miss Angelou, I'm just delighted to see you. He said, the mayor called me from Little Rock. He's a most noble man. He's the most powerful black man I ever met. Because of him, I'm who I am today. I said, let me sit down first. He said, the child of a blind mother. And your Uncle Willie, gave Mr. Bussey his encouragement, and Mr. Bussey gave me an encouragement, and now I'm not only a lawyer, I'm in the state legislature. That was then. Last year, when they broke ground for the Martin Luther King Memorial in Washington, D.C., I was one of the speakers. When I got off the stage, a white man, youngish, well, everybody's young with me, a youngish, he said, "Miss Angelou, excuse me, I want to talk to you." He was holding hands, he had a toddler, and he was holding hands with a woman, and she was holding hands with the toddler. He said, "I think my families have been enjoying for many years, for generations. You see, I just wanted you to know me. My grandfather helped to secure your property after your uncle and your grandmother died in stamps. He used to be in Louisville. He was a lawyer then. And now I want you to meet me because I'm in Washington, D.C. I represent the state of Arkansas." Wow.